Hey everybody, it's Wednesday, so that must mean it is time for a comic book haul. Went to the store, picked up the books, and it's kind of a light week. My store, I think, said one of the boxes didn't get delivered, so we don't have that much to go through. Plus, I think a couple of these books came out last week. My store either sold out or didn't get those. So, we have what we have. Starting with the independents, and this week there's only really one, maybe two, depending on how you look at it. We got Tales from the Con. I did not pre-order this. I saw it there. I'm not going to get this name right. Chris Geruso. He had done like mini Marvels, I believe, and he had done his own creation, G-Man. I was most familiar with his back cover for War of the Independents #3, being that my character was included in that. So he had drawn Shazrath from Argo 5 in that cover. Looks like a pretty good book of observations here about conventions. I flipped through it. It looked pretty funny, so I picked it up. Image Comics, Tales from the Con. All right, into DC. We got Superman and Wonder Woman #8. Boom, there it is. All right, Tony Daniel. You know, pretty good stuff right there. Justice League United #1. Mike McCone. That is all I need to say, because his art is just really one of my favorites that's out there at this point. Again, did a number of things for me for Argo 5. And basically, not, it's not like I would just say, oh, I like him because he did stuff for me. I could have, I'm at these big conventions, I can pretty much try to get whichever artist appealed to me. As far as, what art I like and don't like. And, Mike's work has just been phenomenal throughout so many projects in Marvel. So he's right up there for me and had to get it. And DC as well. Marvel and DC he's done. All right. Doomed #1. Actually, I just listened to a podcast that had Charles Soule interview, so he's the artist on this one. I flipped through it. It was very good. The art looked very good. Of course, it is within the new 52 Superman universe, which I don't really care for, but I do pick up stuff on occasion, as with Superman, Wonder Woman, and with Doomed. All right. Marvel. New Avengers, #18. There's a good number of Avengers titles that I just pick up. I look through the art, see if it's good, and then I get it. Same thing, Fantastic Four. Leonard Kirk has been doing a nice job on the art here, so I've been picking it up. New Warriors. Still haven't caught up on this. Actually, Marcus Toe is the artist. So, been picking that up. That was last week. This was last week also. But again, my store just got these this week. Spider-Man #1. I don't really sweat out anything like that. I have so many books to read. If they want to be a week late with something, as long as it comes in, doesn't really matter to me. Original Sin Avengers #29. Okay, I see you as the artist. I guess that's Lionel Yu. Yeah, Lionel Francis Yu. So, it's a big Original Sin series right now, and I've been picking it up. And same thing with Captain Marvel. Good artist, Dave Lopez, has been doing that. Picked it up. I was going to say that it was my only independent, but this is kind of independent as well. kind of a prequel to the new Godzilla movie. It's got an Art Adams cover here, which is very appealing. It's kind of sealed in plastic, so I couldn't really check out the art to say whether or not this was going to be any good. Maybe I should advise you people about that right now, since there isn't much books to go through right now. So we just unwrapped it, plastic's out, boom. It's a hardcover. Usually prefer soft covers because this is kind of stiff. Usually like the trade paperbacks. And yeah, I'll say the art is pretty good. Again, it's a prequel to the new movie, which I will of course go see. I'm a big Godzilla fan. Looking through it, I think the art's very good actually. It looks very, very good. Who is this? Who's doing this art? We know Art Adams did the cover. Oh, they got like 3 pencilers listed. Eric Battle, Val Gitchett, that's probably said wrong, Alan Qua. So they all did a very good job. Writers, because I know we live in the age of writers right now. Max Borenstein, Greg Borenstein. I don't know if they're affiliated with the movie. But again, the art throughout does look very good. There is a sketch section in the back. Oh, we got a little Art Adams extra right here, the penciled version of that. I'm not that big on the Godzilla redesign of the character from what I've seen for the movie. Try to go see it with an open mind, but I prefer a traditional looking Godzilla. All right. Big shout out to Comic Frontline's Chris Ventura, being that he had alerted me to this, and then I requested one at my store, and I had gotten one. It is from the original Sin. It is the Watcher's Eye, apparently. It's a little promo giveaway that, unless your store had them out there for display, you might have had to ask for it. I'll give you a little close-up of that. No, it wasn't just in an accident. That is the Watcher's Eye, not mine. And on the back, Original Sin, Marvel. Seems to be a Super Bowl for anyone who recalls those. You know, it's pretty much, you'll regret it if you bounce it and lose it. But it is supposed to glow in the dark. I don't know if that's going to actually happen because it wasn't under light for long enough. Let us experiment. I don't think it's glowing. Do you? No. But my comic retailer could have been misinformed. But I just thought when I looked at it, that looks like it'll glow in the dark. Maybe if I leave it in the light long enough, it will. All right. One last announcement to make. Hampton's comic book show. Okay, you'll recognize the figures on it as Argo 5 because I was the one who actually designed their flyer for them. And who do we got going there? Louis Small Jr., who's done a lot of work for me. He was originally, I guess, best known as the artist for Vampirella. Just amazing work. There's myself, Nicole McDonald Jones. I looked up her artwork. Very impressive. Anthony Cardno, who I've known for many years. I only met him a couple times actually, but he's a writer, and we had both belonged to an APA. Let me just say Katie Fox also there. I'm going to go more about the app in a second, but this is when it's at and where it's at. It's at Southampton, so any of you in the metropolitan area might know that as near the Hamptons in New York, Long Island. So, Saturday, May 17th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., 230 Elm Street, Southampton, New York. Um, Going back to Anthony and the APA, I belonged to, it was called STAPA, and pretty much that stood for Super Team Amateur Press Association. So back before the internet, there were these groups that basically you would do what's called a zine, like maybe 4 to 10 pages, which you would staple. You would mail it out to a central mailer. The central mailer would bind everyone's work together and mail it out to the members. So you have to have some money in your account for postage that you would send to this central mailer. Basically, it's where a lot of people would hone their craft, get feedback from each other, because you were supposed to supply some feedback. And really a great bunch of guys. Again, they had ones that were specific towards, ours was super teams, like superhero teams. There were ones for the Legion of Superheroes. There were ones that just like various special interests. There were also some that were just kind of general. I think like Phoenix Appa was a big one. A lot of comic pros had come up through those ranks. And it was really a good learning experience and everything like that. Great bunch of guys I met there. Dave Elia, Jim Savinkoff, Rob Rusk, just like Anthony himself. A really great Dave Jones, who really did some great work in there. He's a great writer. Just like a nice bunch of guys, and really a good experience. It's pretty much where a lot of my characters had their published debuts, being that, again, I was designing them, testing them out, perfecting everything. So it was a good learning experience. So anyone who is going to be in the New York area for the weekend, that'll be this Saturday, you might want to stop by. Otherwise, that does it for the review, and, the haul, actually. And as always, feel free to leave your comments below, and I'll talk to you later.